As the rollout of this precious commodity begins to ramp up, the I-Team has learned that so far more than 500 COVID-19 vaccine doses have gone to waste in Illinois. But tonight, public health experts are warning that without careful planning, delays and more potentially wasted vaccines could plague the operation.
Handling the vaccine is a major challenge.
In north suburban Lake County, public health officials have started a mass vaccination site at the county fairgrounds. 600 people vaccinated here daily. So far, county officials tell the I-Team 67 doses have gone to waste countywide, less than 1% of the total they've received. They say they keep a hot list of close by eligible people who want the vaccine to minimize waste at the end of the day.
The last thing we want is to have any vaccine being wasted at the end of the day, since it's such a fragile resource, but also a limited resource.
Illinois public health officials tell the I-Team as of February 10th, 526 COVID-19 vaccine doses have been wasted so far statewide. Sometimes it's a broken vial or syringe. In other cases, vaccines have been drawn but not administered, or vials have been opened and they've been unable to administer all the doses inside.
No vaccine should go to waste. A lot of times when the dose has gone wasted, it's because we just haven't planned effectively enough.
Public health expert Dr. Georges Benjamin recommends that once supply is available, officials should ramp up vaccine distribution to a 24/7 operation like a drive-through fast food restaurant, especially to help essential workers who may not be able to take time off to get a vaccine during the day. Now, the Chicago area native urges public health authorities to make sure systems are in place to have people on standby for extra doses so they don't end up wasted.
This is not something that we should just think of, well, okay, these couple doses can go in the garbage can because nobody used them. That's two people who either didn't get their first dose or their second dose. And at the end of the day, it could save their life.
The I-Team's data investigation uncovered minimal waste so far across the region, from fewer than 200 doses wasted in Chicago to 2 doses wasted in Kane County because of a needle malfunction. DuPage County reports fewer than 57 doses wasted, and so far not a single dose has been wasted in Kendall County. In all, less than 0.01% of all doses statewide have been wasted. Illinois Department of Public Health data analyzed by the I-Team shows that as of February 15th, state officials have administered 73.7% of the vaccine doses that Illinois has been allocated. Logistics expert Hani Mamasani says that the state's relatively slow rollout is part of the reason for the apparent minimal waste so far, a situation that may change as distribution expands to more sites.
That, of course, will help increase the rate at which we are vaccinating people of using the product. But on the other hand, it also reduces the control on waste.
Here in DuPage County, this new fairgrounds mass vaccination site is designed to help increase vaccine administration. County officials tell the I-Team they keep a standby list of vaccine candidates to minimize waste and hope more doses will be available soon to help frustrated residents searching for scarce appointments.
We have a lot of procedures in place to make sure we kind of monitor our inventory so we don't end up in a position that you have extra doses, because every dose is a dose that can go into somebody's arm.
Experts stress that even though 526 vaccine vials being trashed is a fraction of what state officials have received, that represents 526 loved ones, neighbors, or friends who may still not have been inoculated. 526 people who may be continuing their struggle just to get an appointment. The I-Team has filed Freedom of Information Act requests with state and Chicago officials seeking answers on how every jurisdiction statewide is managing and tracking waste. We have the waste data we've uncovered so far on our website, and we'll continue to update this story as we learn more about how this vital resource is being tracked.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.